So many dev streams. Too many dev streams? Can such things be? I'm extremely tired today. Like, very, very tired today. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's great. Okie dokie. Okay, so I need to be able to register secondary connections. The callback is whatever the callback type is, socket and key. Where did it go? There it is. And this will return the key, and all I need is a unique key, so. Oh, wait. In spite of the fact that this obviously should be private, I actually can't have it be private because it's going to be used by one of the other things. Ooh, here's an interesting thought. I can't have room. Because what I need is the ability for the room to register a secondary connection, give that to the RTEnnui server. So what I really need is for this to be private, and there'll just have to be some communication to the room. Oh, it does have this. Oh, wait. Abstract? No, not abstract. What? So what type does that take? Do I just have a... not member. Classroom, please. Room container. I see. So I'll just have to make sure that a room container has that. then we choose that key. And we'll just keep doing that until we get a key. I probably want some kind of timeout system on this, but I'm unsure if it's very important. Yeah, I mean, just, yeah. Key, view and data array. And key length, an optional number. And that returns a data array. Okay. So now that we have the surrounding room, if I get prot.ids .wsc, Hello, Joey. Welcome. I'm very tired today, so if I don't talk much, that's why. Of course, also don't usually stream on or dev stream on Fridays. This morning, I woke up at 5 a.m. and went for an hour-long walk. I just sort of had to. I had a need. And so I woke up and I went for an hour-long walk at 5 in the morning. And, I mean, I really woke up at like 4:30, but at 5 I decided all that there was for it was to go for a long walk. And, I mean, I probably got to sleep at like, midnight or something, so probably not the best idea, but it was good. Because the client server message. Yeah, that's right. Who needs it? Who needs it? Which of these would have a separate response? I suppose RTC message would. Maybe. Okay, we've got good old-fashioned net.createPacket. Fine. Okay, it's this.id, fine. General ability. Because I need a array of secondary connections. This has the socket already. I think that was a constructor parameter, right? Yes. I guess, yeah, next to unreliable is where I need. Yeah, okay. That's not such a big deal. Basically, I have all the same multiple ways of doing things here that I had of doing things in the client. So let's just break everything real quick. For this ear. You know what? You know what? You know what? No, 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 no. That's not how I want to do this. The way I want to do this... Yeah, I did not quite consider this carefully enough. Can you do this? Is this a thing you can do in TypeScript? It is specifically an array of 3 WebSockets. I know I can do this. Maybe I'll just do this. It'll be clearer anyway. Secondary. RTC data connection, data channel. This one there's only 2. And then I'm just going to ditch all of this because this is not the sensible way to do this here. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, that maybe shouldn't... In fact, yeah, that shouldn't be called unreliable anything. That should be called PC making offer, because it's just the peer connection in general. unreliable promise separately from the unreliable connection? No. Not anymore, I don't. I probably did at some point, but not now. Oh, I see. No, that's not a promise. That's just PC. Okay, this is the usual negotiation garbage. Okay. ID. Oh, ID is a number. That's not what I want. Name? Label. That's it. Yeah. It goes unreliable, semi-reliable, reliable. And then, yes, instead of this being here, this is now in secondary DC, IDX. We only have the reliability prober on 0. It accepts the same kinds of messages either way. If it has to relay things, I might have to look into that. Because if it's relaying a semi-reliable message, it should only relay it to semi-reliable channels. Okay, and... Ugh. And again, we only do the reliability probing on the unreliable channel, not the semi-reliable channel, which would give us strange results because it would be resending things. This is probably how I should have done it in the client too, but it's kind of too late to go back now. What? How is this an array? That is the strangest thing I've ever seen. I might have to change how unreliable message works to have the event and the channel. Yeah, on message just has reliable or unreliable because previously the server, that was the only distinction to be made. Well, I've got my note to fix that. We'll deal with that later or never, or I'll forget about it, whatever. Okay. Yeah, this is exactly the thing that, like... Same problem here. Okay, so now I need to worry about handling the secondary connections. Those only come from the client, so that's what I was doing here. That is a uint 8, so it's definitely not going to be less than 0, but whatever. Just make that use the length so that it will adapt if I ever change the number of reliability levels. I'm not confusing myself. None of this is confusing at all. Start WebSocket reliability equals socket. This technically also takes the key, but I don't actually care about the key. Then I create my reply message. .mc.sc. This .id is the target. id.wsc still. I think this has 2 parts. Yes, this has 2 parts, definitely. There is the reliability. Which is of length 1, and there is the key, which is of variable length. And then I guess I just send this message, right? There's so many sort of implicit fix me's here. Let me at least mark one of the big ones. Putting that fix me there will definitely make me actually fix that and not publish this with that major problem. 100%. Definitely, definitely. Okay, let's see where we stand. That's certainly annoying. Now, that's all pointless if we don't actually relay messages on the appropriate port, so... So, on secondary message basically just needs to change. Channel, and then whether it is a, this is called a DC, called a direct connection, called a data channel, and the reliability. So we have the event, we have the channel, which in the future can also be a WebSocket. We have is data channel as a Boolean, and we have reliability as a number. Calling that on secondary message now. Message, reliability is going to be a number. secondary message vent socket is not a direct connection, and it is at whatever reliability level that said. That should connect everything in one direction. This is not going to compile because I will have missed some, where it actually uses the reliability, but wanted to know where that is. I see. Well, the index is the reliability, so I'm actually going to use that as the name instead of index, because it will be less confusing in a few places. Well, it'll be less confusing in one place and much more confusing everywhere else, and that's a good thing, right? No, it's less confusing here, slightly more confusing here and here, less confusing here. Didn't really mean to close that. I'm definitely not done with it. It is full reliability if it is not specified. But what we now have is that it could have a secondary WebSocket connection as well. So if this is a semi-reliable connection, then we'll give it a little bit more buffer room to work with. If it's unreliable, then really we don't want to buffer anything. Well, member.socket is always going to be set. So don't buffer on that either, of course. But if it's meant to be fully reliable, then if they have a WebSocket connection for full reliability, then I'll use that. Otherwise, I'll just use the normal old socket. Yes, that should replace all of that, but now it has support for the RTC connection, secondary WebSockets, or just the plain old socket. Except that for reliable, we only have a secondary WebSocket. There's no point to a RTC connection for a reliable connection. Was not really expecting that to compile. That's cool. This is not the system to fix those on, and even though these are critical, they're almost certainly critical in ways that don't matter, because it tends to have, it has this annoying feature where it's like, there's a critical bug in this thing that a library you uses to compile and does not actually expose in any way to its actual API. So I will check the current state of that on the real server instead of on this dev server. Similarly, let's see where we stand here. I think that the way, I know actually the way that the WebSocket server works, just having it installed here is sufficient. It's actually getting it out of the node modules. It's not like bundled or something. But I probably want to make sure that any runner for it is killed so that it will be forced to reload. Obviously, on the real server, that's not the way to do this, but it'll be sufficient for the test server. So I would say there is a 30% chance that this just straight up disconnects, maybe a further 25% chance that it works, and the remaining 45% chance that it doesn't even connect correctly. Wait. I said that wrong. A 30% chance that it just straight up disconnects, a 25% chance that it works, and the remaining 45% chance is it connects, it goes through, but it doesn't actually use any of the new functionality that I have built in. It just silently fails. This is, an area that's designed to silently fail, because if it can't get a secondary connection, it should just continue using the main connection, and that's fine. Yeah, that's not what I'm testing right now. With uncanny timing, my headphones, which disconnect if they haven't been used in half an hour, disconnected almost exactly as I started this, which is why it showed no audio there. Let me go ahead and open DevTools just in case I get an interesting message. Can I see... What I want is not this. I want to see what WebSocket connections I currently have. I don't know if this can show me that. I guess maybe it would if I had done it this way. That's interesting. WebSocket connections show as pending forever. Oh, that's just the time. Okay. Unfortunately, this doesn't tell me... Okay, this is RTEnnui. Yes, it shows me here in the headers. And unfortunately, it shows me that I only have the one, so definitely did not work. Let's see, it should be in the room. I mean, it didn't disconnect. Is it possible that I just never actually called this? Nope, there it is. Connect second WS. I suppose it's also possible that I never actually got the response to it. Let's see, how do we test this? I sometimes like to just directly modify the installed program. So let's start by seeing if we got a response. That may feel a little bit premature, but it's fine. Wait. No, because it would have... Yeah. Even if I'm missing other steps, which I probably am, I would still have this step. Boy, this is having quite a time of it, huh? So it does not appear to have gotten a callback. Let's try logging this message. I don't quite see how it's possible for this to have not gotten here. It's entirely possible that it if it sent the message, then like if the server doesn't recognize a message, it just kills the connection. So if it sent the message, the server ought to have like the server should have done something about it. We should not just have this, like, even though I did mark, I think the largest possibility, right, is a 45% chance that it just doesn't appear to do anything. How odd. This... I never got a connected message. I'm not even connected to RTEnnui. So I probably did get disconnected, and horrifyingly, if you get disconnected, it does not seem to be giving me any sort of notification of that. The WebSocket runner is runnering. Yeah, I would have gotten a notification that I was connected. I think I have that set up to, like, I think that these emitted events are just sort of blindly displayed. See if we can get to that message. Just try to, you know, work out where this is breaking down. Opened is true. So it did open the socket. It never reached connected. So it neither closed nor got an ACK? Huh. I would say that's pretty bad. That is a while ago, so that's not a new error. So it never got the acknowledgement. Let me see if it got any messages. Appears that the answer is no. It never got any messages. How much did I botch this server? So it's connected, but the server is not. The server is just like sitting here. The server isn't doing anything. Callbacks. I'm actually looking for the part I just added, yeah. Yeah, so I just have that if it's WSC login, it goes off on its own wild goose chase, but if it's just login, then it should fall through to here. No, I think it's room.accept that actually sends the ACK. Yep, here it is. Are they supposed to ACK something in particular? Well, I mean, I've received no messages. Okay, well, I'm too tired to understand what's going on here, so I'm just gonna call that enough quasi progress for today, and try and figure out more next time. I'm gonna go lie down. Stream over.